Hey guys, before we get started, I want to tell you about our champion partners, including our Hall of Fame partners, Greg Vet Hospital, Hicks Chicks, J&J Flooring and Natural Stone, Kenny Chesney's Blue Chair Bay Rum, Concordia Bank and Trust, and GoMart. Go visit these partners and all the champion partners you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. We've got a really exciting conversation for you today. There's something special taking shape in Vidalia. The town is preparing to open what's being talked about as the largest playground in the entire state of Louisiana, all part of a major expansion at William T. Polk Park. But this is about more than just size. This project has been years in the making and is designed to bring families together, create opportunities for kids of all abilities to play, and continue building momentum for a community that's been getting a lot of positive attention across the state. We had the chance to sit down with Mayor Buz Craft to talk about the vision behind the park, how it all came together, what makes it unique, and what this means for the future of Vidalia. We hope you enjoy. All right, guys. Thank you, Mayor, for being for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a Champion Friday, as you would say.
That's right. That's right, man. I've been seeing a lot of news about Vidalia lately, man. William T. Polk Park has a lot of great things going right now, including a 24,000 square foot playground. I talked to you this morning, and we had you told me that it's the playground is 24,000.
That's correct.
But not the park. The park. Tell us what you told me.
You know, when the state news picks it up, they're saying the largest park in Louisiana. We can't take claim to the largest park. I know just in New Orleans there's a 1,400 acre park, down in New Orleans. So I know it's largest playground area. I'm talking about just the slides and that type of thing, just confined in one area. That's the largest playground in Louisiana. Okay. And that's not counting the splash pad. It's not counting the fitness area. It's not counting any of the other stuff, the pond, the walks, and all that. It's just strictly playground area. And I got that information from Planet Recess, which usually is the constructor of most of the playgrounds around Louisiana. And they told us that it probably, I think the largest playground other than us is Bossier City. And we're like 4,000 to 6,000 square feet bigger than them. So that's where I got that. So if it's not true, I apologize, but that's what I've been told. So
not the largest park in Louisiana, but the largest playground.
Largest playground. That's correct.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's something. That's awesome.
Hey,
man.
I'll take it. For Vidalia, Louisiana, what we've got, I'm happy. I'm happy, very happy.
That's awesome, man. 24,000 square feet. That's a big playground. You mentioned some of the I guess call it amenities of the park. Let's start there. Let's talk about the park in general, of what people can expect when they go out there.
Oh, I'll be honest with you, Ronnie, there's something for everybody. Special needs children, young children, up to older age children, up to even adults. There's some things to do. We got zip lines out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's going to be something for everybody. And there's some things that even older or senior adults, I think, can go over there and just work on agility things, or just walk their walking trails, and then wind up at the fitness area over there. At our fitness area, which is separate from the playground, there's an area where women can have classes to have aerobics. There's floor space, cushions, floor space for them to have aerobics. There's a lot of self-weight exercises they can do, jumping blocks they can do. It's really going to be something for everybody over there. And right adjacent to it is going to be the splash pad. And then right by it's going to be the pond, where we've expanded and deepened, and also going to start stocking again with fish where people can come in. And then I'm really excited. As much as I'm excited about the playground, the next thing, which I hope to get started this year, is a 14,000 square foot farmers market, which will be covered, which we can have farmers market / arts and crafts. People can bring in things for arts and crafts or paintings, whatever they want to do. we're not going to have garage sale stuff. We're not going to be a resale place. We're not going to allow that. We want people to bring in fruits and vegetables and everything, arts and crafts that they can bring in to sell right there on Saturday mornings and Wednesday mornings. And when it's not being used for that, it can be used for community events, family reunions, first come, first served basis. It's going to be a hub right here for sure in Vidalia. I'm excited.
That's amazing, man. I don't say that lightly. You know, I'm on the road a lot. I travel a lot, and when I say that's amazing, it truly is. For a town our size to have something like this is truly amazing.
Yeah, well, I got to take my hats off. All of these funds are 100% paid for by the Sidney A. Murray Hydroelectric Fund royalty monies that we've got. Look, I've got to give credit to him. You know, I don't think he had any idea, even when he did it, how a profound impact he was going to have on our community. In addition to refunding our citizens 50% of their electricity bill the last several years. Hopefully we can continue that. We're going to try to do everything we can to do that. But it's just, I mean, it couldn't have any idea. And look, if I had to start a project of this magnitude in today's world, in today's environment, wouldn't happen. Would not happen. I don't think.
Yeah. I was curious. We talked about it being the biggest playground in the state. I was curious. Is that something that you guys said, this is the largest, we want to go a little larger than that, or did you just happen to find out after the fact?
This thing came about years ago. Our council approved $150,000 to put into a playground, and that was a good start. But you know, I just wasn't satisfied with what we could get with $150,000 for our area, and I wanted it to be something. I wanted it to be something special. And then later on, the council approved another $350,000. So we were setting at $500,000 to build a playground, and it took years to get to this point because. And I tried locations. Where are we going to put this thing? I went all the way from the elementary school and down by in town, and I thought that would be an excellent place out there in that big, large open area where the lights are. And I couldn't get any traction from anybody on that, which I thought would have been a great spot for our kids to have. That's in our elementary classes to have to play on. And I just never got any traction with that. And then, you know, and I'm a Christian and I pray and you know, and Lord had really, when I tell you, He's given me people or put people in front of me or make things happen that I just had to say, thank you, Lord. But I was at a conference and they throw all these books at you, and you got books this high of playgrounds and options, and I'm going like, oh my goodness. So I got on my computer one day and I was looking for playgrounds, and there was a park called Perney Park in Nebraska, and I looked at it and it was all inclusive, and I looked at they had the opening ceremonies of what that was and what it provided, the work that had already been spent on doing it and putting it together, and the effort that went into it, the professionals that put it together, and I'm going, that's it. That's the one we're going to get. And I told the engineers, I said, if it doesn't look like that, I'm not writing a check for it. It better look exactly like that. That's what I want. I want to see these kids come together. If you've got a family and one of the kids are handicapped, they're not going to be left out looking at them from a wheelchair. There's going to be something they can get in and do, and the whole family have a great time. Very excited for that. You know how I feel about the work that you do with the Greatest Stars Foundation. I 100% believe in that, and I think we got more things to do with our special needs children in this area.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. What do you think that the playground, it's inclusive and all of that? Do you know like kind of what that looks like for the kids? Is it just different types of equipment, or I don't know much about playgrounds.
Well, and other, you know, we grew up on old hot slides. You know, by the time you got to the bottom of it, you had a 3rd-degree burn. And then you had to climb up. There wasn't no safety to them. And there's some pretty gnarly little things over here next door now we're going to have that some of the daredevils are going to really love. You know, we'll just have to see. But you know, there's something for everybody, and I can't explain it either. You know, but it's when we open it up, we're going to have hopefully some of the people there that actually make the stuff to do demonstrations with it, how to make sure everybody's secure and are safe on the different things. But it's something I'm looking forward to. It's going to be 2 sets of bathrooms, brand new bathrooms for people to use. We've recently overlaid all of our tennis courts, made 8 pickleball courts, and resurfaced our basketball courts here. And we've got a lot of things coming that I'd like to use this time to ask people who are maybe retired or even young and need a summer job or something to come by part-time. We need some people to work. We need some people to work part-time with, to be on site. Because one of the things we got to have, Ronnie, is supervision. Make sure that we're not going to have anybody bullying, anybody mistreating our equipment. We don't want anybody using foul language. We're not going to put up with those things. If somebody's going to do that, we're going to call enforcement, and you're going to be removed from the park and banned from the park if you can't, take care of it and be respectful to all the other citizens and people on the grounds.
Yeah, I like that, and I think you have to do that too. Like we talked a while ago, you've been active in trying to bring things to Vidalia that provides a better quality of life for families who have children with disabilities, including being a big part of the saying yes to the Brightest Stars Ball and you in the city of Vidalia and Convention Center, working with us on that every year. It's been amazing. We've talked about adding quality of life, doing more and more and more. What do you think it means for parents with kids with disabilities to have something like this in our community?
Well, it gives them a chance to have something to do and also have a life outside of just maybe feeling like they don't have something to do with their child. You've heard me say what my dream is as far before I get out of here is to have a school for handicapped children here where they can come, where parents can have that. When they get a certain age, they can't go to school anymore, and there's nowhere for them to go, and the parents can't have that freedom to go work a job. And if we had professional people in a place, a school where these kids could go, no matter their age, if they're special needs, they can come and have a place that's suited for them and safe for them and be fed and taken care of until the parents can go work a job and come back and pick them up and take them home. That's a dream of mine, and I'd like to see that. And I think that attracts, you'd be surprised at the eyes that watch that on a national level. And I've got an overall plan. I got a big picture plan in my head what this does step by step, but I'll be glad to share that too at some time.
Well, I mean, the work that I've done over the years, I've talked to so many parents, and one of the things that hit me early on was, they make decisions based on where they're going to live, where they're going to put down roots based on the quality of life and the offerings that towns have. And it's amazing the towns that don't offer anything for children with, or even adults with disabilities and stuff. So us continuing to move in that direction and this being a huge step in that direction just says a lot about Vidalia, and it just shows that it's a great place to live for that population for sure.
Yeah, and we feel like we're safe. We got a robust police and fire department, public safety, ambulance service. There's just so many things that we could point to. We have the deal that we have with the health flight, where anybody resident of Vidalia will fly for free if they have hurt within Adams County, Catahoula, or Concordia Parish. Wow. We try to do everything we can for our citizens and our employees and staff. We try to make it a great place to work, live, and raise a family.
I think everybody involved is doing a wonderful job. So this playground, going back to that, it's been quite a few years in the making. So how does that make you feel? Like, what are the emotions now that you're starting to see it kind of come to fruition?
I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to seeing the children when they see it. I get emotional when I think about those kids who just their eyes and the excitement that they have. I got funny to tell you about this. I found out that the playground business is the most cutthroat business in the world. I'm telling you. And I'm not going to name names, but we had one provider come in and was talking about, you don't need to put all those colors out there. You need to let me give you a playground because we're going to put muted colors because you're going to overstimulate the children. I'm going like, no, I want to stimulate the children. I want them to go. I want them to be like Disneyland. I want them to overstimulate and go there and have a good time, play. And after they get through, they're exhausted and go home then. But I want them to be stimulated. I want them to go there and have a great time, have all their senses, all their wants and needs taken care of right there. So That's how I feel.
That's awesome. Man, what do you think? Even though some people might say it's just a playground or it's just a park or whatever, but I mean, we both know that's a big deal. What is something like this in an overall scheme? What does something like this? Can something like this mean to a town like Vidalia?
I don't think we're going to be able to quantify it, Ronnie. I don't think that we can have any idea. You know, I, I'm so excited and happy for our town. The other night I was going down. This was on Tuesday night. I drove through town. I drive through town a lot every day, afternoon, morning, lunchtime. I'll ride around. And Tuesday evening I was riding through town, and I went to the riverfront. People walking everywhere, and I was coming through town. Every restaurant, every parking lot, Walmart, was full. It was people everywhere, and that provides sales tax dollars to our town that you people don't see. And that's why I encourage people to come here and shop and eat, because we get a benefit from it. But I want them to come enjoy a part of Vidalia. And then I get up here and I drive around the park just to see some of the progress. And there's 100 kids on our basketball courts over here in different sections, girls, boys. Some of the young parents they're having practice on these courts. It just does my heart good to see the activities that we have for kids. Now, I don't want to make parents mad at me, but after this, I don't want to hear anybody else say our kids don't have anything to do. Don't let me hear you say that.
That's right. Man. Before we get you out of here, it's funny because Vidalia's been getting so much attention all over the state. I've seen all these different news organizations and all of that, and whether they got it exactly right or not, whatever, we'll take the good publicity, right?
We'll take it. We'll take it.
What do you think that publicity like that means for a city like Vidalia?
Well, we never know who's looking at it, Ronnie. You don't know. And one of my son texted me the other day, Kyle. He texted me up and said, "Dad, I didn't know you were on ABC News." I'm going like, I didn't either. But I recently went to Washington, and we had ABC News was there in an area, and I did a little talk on just a little bit about the Mississippi River, and I didn't know it was out there. He called me up and said, "You're on ABC News." I'm going like, well, I didn't know it, but anyway. And then, of course, KNOE was in this week or last week. I can't remember. Time flies, but we can't know who is touching, who is reaching, and who's going to, kick the tires on Vidalia, look and say, "Hey, let's go see what that's about." We hear about this hydroelectric plant. We hear about the quality of life. Let's go check that out. That might be a great place to go. We got an abundance of hunting and fishing, and it's just so many things. That's why every aspect of our family, whether it's schools, roads, everything, I want to get to the best that we can do, and provide the best that we can legally from a municipal standpoint. We want to do the best we can. I think we've got the staff and the people of the day. I want to thank them too, because they make this work. They do. The people make this work. And it's not me. I tell even the people on these garbage trucks, I said, you impact citizens every day way more than I'll ever do. So you're very important to this town, because if you don't get their trash, or if you don't do your job, then it's you are the one that's impacting these people every day. And every day somebody turns on electricity, and that electricity comes on. We're impacting people every day, giving them good, clean water. I could go on and on. Yeah. I can sell Vidalia.
I tell people all the time, everywhere I've ever lived, with like garbage pickup, I'm like, the best people in the world are in Vidalia, Louisiana. I'm like,
they are.
I'm like, they just show up. They're happy. They're just, I'm like, it's amazing.
I won't say they're always happy, but no, we do have the best. And look, we do have our days. Everybody has days. I understand. Look, I'm 66 years old, and I understand there's days that just don't go right. And so to expect my guys to be 100% every day and not have a problem or an issue, that's not realistic. Yeah. And but for the most part, we set the bar above service, and service is above anybody or the municipality.
Yeah, I mean that whenever I say it. I think Vidalia is the city of Vidalia across that has the best services that you could possibly provide all the way across. So those people, the workers definitely deserve the love for that.
One of the things I hope that we can do in the future, Ron, is keep our people informed of what's coming in the future. It's really important. We were all seeing I've had calls for like data centers to come in for the old Fruit of the Loom building or dental building, whatever we want to call it now. We got to be real careful, and I do, of what we let in and what we bring in. We have to be very careful, and I hope that people will know that we're going to do our best to make sure we do what's best for the town. You and I talked earlier.
Mhm.
There's some things. If somebody came in with a 2,000 job industry wanted to put in Vidalia, that wouldn't work. I mean, I'm just honest with you. It just wouldn't work. We don't have the ability to handle that from a infrastructure standpoint or even a logistics standpoint. People complain now that you can't get on the highway in Vidalia because we're so busy, and I just think that good slow growth with mom and pop operations and small businesses, whether it's welding shops that employ 15 people or 50 people, or fabrication shops that have 100 people, that's what we're looking for, and that's what I think those people will excel in this area. They will excel, do good business, and now with the port coming on, uh, the Slackwater portion of that, it's the future is really bright for today, and I think we're setting the table to see some great, healthy growth, and not a big splash. It's gonna if they leave, then it hurts you bad.
Yeah, that's right. When we talked on the phone a little earlier, I agreed and said not all growth is good growth. It's
Uh,
just what it is. That's right. But I
but
think Vidalia, it really does have good growth going right now, and I think that this adds to it. This is part of that good growth, and just I'm excited about it. I'm excited. We've talked a long time about the playground coming and all that, and you know how I feel about the kids with disabilities, that population too. And I just love it. It gets me excited. It makes me proud, really. It makes me proud to say, hey, I grew up in Vidalia, Louisiana.
yeah, well, we'd love to have you on a grand opening when we do open it up. Love for you to come. We're gonna have a lot of hopefully. Uh, Hopefully, the lieutenant governor and all the other elected officials that represent our district and area come. They're going to be invited. And that's, I think we should. I think it's a great thing because I want people to see what Bidet has to offer, and we invite people to come and live here. Worship here, play here, work, raise a family. We believe it's the best. I believe it's the best. I stayed here, lived here all my life. Other than 4 years of college, this is where I've been.
Well, speaking of the grand opening, do we have a date yet, or is it kind of a tentative deal? Or?
I think that's probably right now as problem as good a guess as when the Lord's coming again. So I'm pushing hard for April next month. I'm pushing hard for a date. It's probably going to be towards the end of April. Now it won't be finished completely with far as some of the infrastructure, lights and things of that nature. But the playground, I believe, will be finished, splash pad, and I can't hold those kids off any longer. So we're gonna call it what it is. And yeah, we're gonna call it because those kids going by and these parents I'm seeing, they're getting anxious. I mean, have them. Some of them are offering to pay. Can we give you any amount of money to come play on and have a birthday party there before it opens? No, we can't do that.
I'm visualizing that one cop whenever like LSU's rushing the field after a football game or something, trying to hold everybody back.
Yeah. Don't get in front of them. You're gonna get trampled.
That's
It's
right.
like in
That's
Jurassic Park when they're running from the dinosaurs. You better find something to hide behind.
That means everybody's excited. That's a good thing. So,
Yeah.
man, anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Oh shoot, no, I appreciate what you do in promoting our area and music, country music across the state and actually the region or in the South. Appreciate what you do. And again, I know you're working hard, and we're proud of you being an old Vidalia boy. We're proud of you. You've made us proud and everything you've touched so far. So anyway, really do appreciate the work you do with the Brightest Stars Ball and all those workers and volunteers. And look, they're champions too. They're they do an outstanding job with that. I see some of you I get emotional when I see these kids, and it's special.
We appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you, and I certainly could not do it without all those volunteers. They make it go. They make it go round. So thank you for that, and thank you to all of them. So, but yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. And I hope everybody's as excited about the playground as both of us are. And I just want to say thanks for everybody for tuning in. Let's support Vidalia. Let's support the playground. Let's support the mayor and the city. Thank you to all of our partners out there who make it possible for us to do what we do. God bless everybody out there. Thank you again, Mayor. God bless everybody out there. And as always, have a champion day.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Greg Veterinarian Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Greg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Greg Veterinary Hospital today.
For more than 33 years, J&J has specialized in turning your dreams into a reality. When it's time to upgrade your kitchen countertops, bathroom vanities, or create that outdoor kitchen space you've always wanted, choose a company that provides tailored solutions and high-quality products.
The SawJet streamlines the process from the raw material to the customer.
Using the latest laser measurement process, digital design professionals, and Jetstream water injection cutting machine, J&J create the exact product to make your kitchen or bathroom the space you always wanted.
It allows us to provide an accurate cut every time.
Our locally owned business is your go-to source for personalized service. Let us oversee your project from beginning to end.
Here at J&J, we are striving to be the best at what we do in the Miss Lou.
Call us today at 318-336-8318 for a free consultation.